Hey, Southern BS friends.
Hey, everybody.
We have a question for you.
And
Hit
if
it, Brian.
you get the question right, you just get the knowledge of knowing you got the question right. Yeah. But what is the thing that became a national monument in 1964?
1964.
Would it be the Colosseum from Rome? No. Would it be the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Empire State Building?
No.
No. What would it be? Let's
It
look
would
around
be
and see.
The Brooklyn Bridge. Woohoo! You like it, don't you? Look.
You do. You look.
Okay, we're sort of in the middle.
Going towards it anyway.
Yeah, we're more on the New York side right now.
And if you can pan up, we're standing under the tower. Everybody knows the towers. I don't know. See, and there it is. Oh, everybody's getting dizzy and sick.
I'm doing it very slowly. But that is the New York facing tower,
Right.
New
We're
York
on the
side
New York
tower.
side, and the other side is obviously the Brooklyn side.
And per our friend Diana McFeeters,
Thank you, Diana.
we are doing our Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes.
We took your suggestion and decided this would be the perfect day to do this.
It's beautiful.
This morning was really not looking very nice because it was a little cloudy, but we went and had some lunch and came out, and it's gorgeous
and
outside.
like Annie says, the sun's coming out tomorrow.
It is, and it came out this afternoon. So we are doing our little Southern BS from atop of the Brooklyn Bridge. Yes. Now, most people could say, we'll just do one about the Brooklyn Bridge, but no, your Southern BS actually walk up here.
Bridge, yes,
And this is from whence we came.
That's Manhattan.
So, some tidbits for you. They started construction in 1870.
Yes. And they finished construction in
1883. On what date?
May 24th.
May 24th.
And when they opened it, 150,000 people walked across this bridge.
Can you get over there? 150,000.
Back in the day, and they were just thrilled.
That's a lot.
Yep.
And so today, it is kind of a New York thing to come and actually walk across.
Yes.
Now, where we are standing is in between the two lanes of traffic, and we're actually above the traffic. So looking down underneath to the left and to the right of us is the car traffic. Underneath us, completely, like directly below,
is the water.
Is the East River.
Which would be the boat traffic.
Yes, that would be the boat traffic.
And then on the boardwalk itself is foot traffic and bicycle traffic. So it's a little nuts up here because it's a pretty day and people are running and talking and looking.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not sure how the news works everywhere else in the world, but here in New York, you might have heard, you might not have heard, last week, there was this little tugboat and it was pulling this thing and it had a crane on it and it went under this Brooklyn Bridge and it hit it. Now, they're doing all this like construction and there's all this like scaffolding.
They're remodeling, giving her a facelift.
And it hit the scaffolding, not the bridge itself, so the bridge is fine, but it made big news here and I don't know if anybody else heard about it. And the guy just kept going. Didn't like stop, look, and like give his driver's license or nothing.
He didn't get out and say, hey, you got insurances?
Kept on going. Just kept on going. So I don't know whatever happened with him, but it just got hit last week, so everything's fine.
But today, because of it being so beautiful, it is quite crowded up here on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Crazy folks.
Now, it does make you a little dizzy. But again, this bridge connects, of course, Brooklyn. Shockingly enough, since it's called the Brooklyn Bridge, and Manhattan.
Yes.
And people do walk across this every day to work. There are trains that you can take that go under the water, but why would you want to? Walk the bridge.
And of course, back in the day in 2001 in September, a lot of people left the city via this
and
bridge.
this is how they left the city. They came across here, and it was quite a sight to see, they said, the amount of people that were fleeing the city to get away. And so
this was a way out. And the other thing is, now maybe we can do it later on so you can see all three, but this is the most southern bridge on the East River.
Yes.
And it's a Brooklyn Bridge. And the next one up is the Manhattan Bridge, and the next one up after that is the Williamsburg.
So always remember,
if
south
you're on Jeopardy,
to north, BMW.
Brooklyn, Manhattan, Williamsburg.
Yeah,
Thank you, Alex Trebek. The only things I know for 800.
Yes. And also, where the Brooklyn Bridge is, and I'm sure most of you know it's down south in Manhattan, but just to let you know, it is not far from the South Street Seaport, which we did a Southern BS earlier about that.
That was a little nuts on its own. If you missed that, go look at it because it was crazy.
Yeah, it was a little crazy. But when you come to the Brooklyn Bridge to walk across, if you choose not to walk, there are bike rentals. You can rent a bike further down at the entrance down by City Hall and City Hall Park. And then along the way, there are little artists that have set up and they're selling T-shirts or And of course, there's always the guy selling the bottled water for, like $4 because it costs him a whole 25
And you've got like
cents.
a river below you. Why would you do that?
Exactly. But anyway, so this is our first stop. And of course, we have our handy dandy little
and show the
Brienne
cars going in.
with here. And it is her first time on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Our special guest. And if
Special
you
guest.
Go over the rail right here. Here's
Okay, hold
this
on.
is what's below us.
We're going to just show you going down. There's the traffic
Coming from Brooklyn.
from Brooklyn into Manhattan. And of course, as always, it is a steady flow. Now, if you look straight up here, where the sign that says, if you don't like gay marriage, don't get gay married. I couldn't have said it better myself.
There.
But that is the FDR, the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Highway, I guess is what they call it. I'm assuming it's a highway. But anyway, that is going to the east side of Manhattan, goes all the way up to the top and takes you into the Bronx, right?
It runs into the Harlem River Drive and then goes up into the Bronx from there.
And then across from here is, if you go straight across that way, that will take you to the Hudson River, which I live on the Hudson River.
Yeah.
Brian and Peter are generally
On the East River.
on the East River. I'm on the Hudson River. And then this is all of the financial district and some unsuspecting people who didn't realize they were going to be in our Southern BS video.
And all this cable is a suspension bridge.
Yes, and it was one of the world's first suspension bridges, excuse me. And
At one time it was the largest when it was built. It was the largest.
yeah. So just to let you know, that is our tidbits for right now.
And we'll do
As we go walk a little bit further, we may stop and do another little Southern BS about the Brooklyn Bridge. So as Miss Diana was our first person that we did one for, please, please, please let us know on Facebook what you would like to see, and we will gladly do it.
If we can.
Yes,
We'll do
if
what
we can.
Unfortunately, we have jobs, and that kind of gets in the way.
Really? If somebody could just let this go viral, and then Brian and I have our own TV show, that would be really awesome. But until then,
We'll see
we
you in a
are
minute.
your NYC tour guides.
Bye.
See you in a little bit.